these are your energy stories for the fourth week of March 2023. And in the first one, we have Modular Nukes in the news again. GE Hitachi Nuclear Energy, Tennessee Valley Authority, Ontario Power Generation, and Synthos Green Energy are teaming up and jointly spending up to $400 million to advance progress, especially around design of the GE Hitachi 300 megawatt small modular reactor. The goal is to ensure reactor suitability in multiple nations, including the US, Canada, and Poland. Ontario Power Generation plans on a first reactor on an Ontario site by 2028. TVA is also working on a construction permit application at its Clinch River, Tennessee location and eyeing other sites. And SGE has also started the pre-licensing and site selection process in Poland. Switching to electric vehicles, Ford Motor Company will provide segment-level financial outlooks based on 3 global business segments instead of geographic regions. One of these will be the Ford Model E Digital Capabilities in Electric Vehicles segment. In 2023, that EV segment is going to put the hurt on Ford, though, with an expected loss of $3 billion. Ford's in it for the long term, with 2026 margin targets of 8% on that EV segment, quote, driven by ambitious scaling of EV production run rates, unquote. In China, automaker JAC recently unveiled a test version of an EV using sodium-ion cells from Neha Battery Technologies. Sodium batteries can use existing battery manufacturing processes, and while being a novel technology, they're currently more costly. There's potential to cut costs in a battery that doesn't use pricey lithium. BNEF foresees a, quote, viable pathway, unquote, for sodium-ion cells to cost half of what lithium iron phosphate costs today. Other advantages include widely available raw materials, stability, they don't catch fire, and superior performance at low temps. Other manufacturers are also considering sodium. China's CATL's in the game, as is US's Natron and others. Weeks ago, I noted the Chinese battery manufacturer Farasys is working on a sodium-ion battery for Jiangling Motors, a JV majority owned by French car maker Renault. South Korea's LG Energy Solution is resuming its previously stalled $1.3 billion U.S. lithium-ion battery project in Arizona and upping the ante with a $5.6 billion investment intended to qualify for the IRA incentives. In a novel approach, the factory will be bifurcated into a 27 gigawatt-hour unit for cylindrical EV batteries and another 16 gigawatt-hours for lithium iron phosphate, LFP, pouch-type batteries for energy storage, with output planned for 2025 and 2026 respectively. Albemarle Corporation has chosen a South Carolina site for its first $1.3 billion lithium processing plant announced last year. The 50,000-ton factory, enough for 2.4 million EVs annually, will double the company's lithium processing capacity. Source material will come from ore it plans to mine in North Carolina, as well as recycled battery materials. Convenience store chain 7-Eleven announced plans for a network of level 3 fast charging stations in the US and Canada, supported by 100% renewable energy. These will be on off-traveled corridors in stores staffed 24/7 and address CHAdeMO or combined CCS plug types, and even Teslas with DCFC fast charging adapters. Level 10 and Google Cloud have joined up to create a new platform to accelerate power purchase agreement contracting. Current contract negotiation processes can often take over a year, from the initial RFP to individual project analyses, term sheet, and ultimate agreement, during which facts on the ground can change considerably, thus slowing the process. The new approach, which apparently simplifies the analytics, eliminates the long and the short list, and nixes the term sheet, can reduce the time frame to 2 or 3 months. Level 10 and Google say they'll plan to make the new tool widely available later this year. And finally, the International Renewable Energy Agency reports that through 2022, global renewable generation capacity totaled 3,372 gigawatts, up almost 10% for the year. Furthermore, 83% of all generating capacity added in 2022 came from renewables. IRENA also cautioned these levels must triple by 2030 in order to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees centigrade. Well, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.